In the green is Londa playing as the Mayans. I'll try and find everybody. In the yellow is Quinn's playing as the Chinese. I believe his TC should be somewhere down there, as his villagers are all over. And the red is Ready T, Fisherman. He's playing as the Franks. XD is apologizing because he was the host, and he made the settings. Who else am I missing? We have Mr. Shrubas playing as the Mayans. Good water sip's obviously going to be important. In the blue, we have Mike Ronick playing as the Koreans. I'm not sure where he's going for his TC. I believe I'm missing Cribbles. Cribbles' TC is going up there as the Japanese. A lot of bad TC spots. Mom, get the camera. I'm on YouTube. Yeah, Crystal, you are on YouTube. Make sure to say tell your mom I said hi. Oh, and Ariane is going for a TC here. That is quite possibly the worst TC I've ever seen, regardless of that TC from XD. What in the world are you doing, Ariane? That is bad. And that will not go up. And he's going to have to run away. Oh, man, Ariane. Luckily, he has the resources to be able to put another TC up. Well, that was messy. Nah, he's not giving up. He's gonna stay in this location. Well, things are gonna settle. Let's talk about Nomad a little bit, then we'll talk about the monument, talk about King of the Hill, talk about Diplo. I mean, so many things we can talk about. Also, happy Thanksgiving to everybody who will be celebrating Thanksgiving in 2 days from now if you're watching the live stream. Well, first of all, fishing is huge. Fishing is huge. You can fish in the middle, which obviously would start that countdown, which would be great, because I need to go do stuff today. Or you can fish on the outer edge, which might be a little bit better because you can keep repositioning your docks. A lot of players have not placed a dock. A lot of players have horrible TCs. The skill level with these players kind of differs. I think we have about 3 or 4 players which are probably going to struggle. So it will help that maybe Diplo's involved. But the exciting thing about free-for-all is that, you know, you can be a poor player and you can always come in later in the game and just swoop in and be strong because so many players attack at once. And that's the exciting thing about King of the Hill too. And if you add the water element, you also have to add the fact that you do need a bit of a boom, but also you need a decent civ as well. So Chinese, we could see some big T90 demos. Japanese, decent water civ. Koreans as well. Mayans, actually not too bad. Franks, Saracens are very strong. So decent water civilizations. We'll have to see what happens. Quick glance at all the TC locations, and you can see Cribbles is down here. Hear what Cribbles is doing. You can see that there's some boars for Quince, which is going to be very good for Quince. And I did notice that the TC went up for Ariane. Ariane luckily has some sheep. Not the best location for XD though. XD doesn't really have much except the fishing ships to rely on. I did notice that Mycronic does have a couple deer, and I don't think Mycronic has a dock. So, yeah, just some poor starts from the players. Okay, there we go. There is a dock way over there. Now, decent gold and stone positions for Ready T over here. Ready T, the fisherman. Oh, that's not Ready T, the fisherman. I'm lying. Ready T, the fisherman, has yet to make a fishing ship, which is a bit contradictory, bit misleading. But you know what? I have faith that he will start fishing at some point, especially because he will run out of food underneath his TC. No Vikings. Yeah, there are no Vikings players. They were thinking of Nomad. I don't think they were thinking there would be a monument right smack in the middle of this pond. I was definitely not expecting this. But can we just appreciate the monument? Because nobody appreciates the monument. Let's just think about what happened here. It's like everybody destroyed the things around the monument. They left all this gold here and then they just walked away. And it was right in the middle of the water as well. Like, it's so weird. They must have had to transport there, destroy everything, leave gold there, and then transport away. I mean, maybe the transport couldn't carry the gold. I don't get it. That's a nice little carriage on top, or whatever you call it, but I don't know. Things you just never talk about. Carry on. Let's talk about other things. Wanda's down here. Londa actually has milled the berries. Does Londa see the boars? Londa does not see the boars, which is unfortunate because there's 3 of them. Wanda does not have a dock either, which is also bad. The monument was built on land and floated out on a cobblestone raft. Yeah, I forgot about those cobblestone rafts, man. And that is a bad dock. That's a bad dock from Londa. Cobblestone raft. Oh man. Climate change. That used to be a desert. That's true. That's true. I forgot. Bill Gates? What is this? Cheese grater? No. Bill Gates was right. My internet sucks or T90s? No, my internet does suck at this new apartment, but not today. It is definitely you. I would change the internet quality. That's a nice clutch of boars. It's a nice little group of boars, yes. Okay, so fishing ships going to be important. You can see the XD has 7 of them. He is pretty much relying on only fishing ships, though. You can see his vil count is below because of that. All in all, I think he's not too far behind. I think he's going to struggle because he found a boar. Now that is clutch. The thing on the top is called a chariot. See, that was the word I was looking for. Thank you so much. I know carriage is... Let's send these carriages out to war. Get your men. Get your carriages. Let's fight. Yeah, I know it's not a carriage. But yeah, thank you for correcting me there. Bad docks. Bad docks from these players. Let's talk a little bit about docks, guys. Since we're messing around a little bit, let's talk serious for a moment. What Ariane should have done, let's look at what Ariane could see, and then we'll go to Lana. Some lessons can be learned. Ariane, now you see deep water, but what you should do is you should grab the vil, and you should send the villager to the farthest point. The part that juts out into the sea, right? Just like XD did for both his docks. And you're gonna find deep fish normally. Now here, not XD, Londa's dock was much worse. Now Londa knows to go for the deep fish, but you can see how far Londa's traveling. And Londa sent the villager out to this piece of land that's further out. That would have been better. This one looks more obvious. This one looks unfortunate, but really, you should send that villager out further. And like same, like out here, you can see the land juts out, deep fish. It's like everywhere you go, if the land juts out, there's going to be deep fish. Usually. This is just, maybe he collected all those fish. Maybe he's not paying attention, but... Anyway, that's T90's lesson of the day. Quack? Why are you guys saying quack? Let's talk about ducks, guys. Wow, you're distracting the caster. Well done, well done. Reddy actually has his dock in the middle, so his fish should be relatively safe. Nobody has clicked up to the feudal age yet, so nobody has lightning fast times. Which will make things interesting. XD is going to have a ton of fishing ships, and he has no rivals on water on the outside, so I feel like that will pay off for him. Quince is building a dock now as well. Is that his first dock? Well, let's double check. Are you saying... Well, hold on. I'm just catching on here. Are you saying that I'm saying duck instead of dock? Is that what you're trying to say? I take offense to that comment. I take offense to that. Quince is now clicking up as well. Yeah, that is his first duck. Yeah, how do you like it? I actually said duck. Purple is on the outside. Yeah, purple is on the outside, but he's quite far away from where XD is located. Quince is on the way up now. Okay, so let's talk about the civilizations, and let's talk about the map a little bit, because this is interesting. If this was standard Nomad, we could just see players attack one another. If they did that, you know, you would have the same mines. They could go for that castle, and you know, the same could be said for the Chinese, and go for those ranged units and start raiding a bit. Also, you know, you have to look at who they're allied with all the time, apparently, and you know, who they're close to, and that's going to be something that's going to be difficult for me to focus on. But all in all, you know, you can start attacking players on land, which might happen, but you have to realize that, you know, this is the important thing. I'm kind of annoyed that Quince didn't send his fishing ship out here to start this countdown, because it's going to have to start at 550 years. But players are going to need to go for the middle, I think. There's no way one player can clean up everybody and win it the standard way. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I've been wrong many times before. I just get a little bit salty when I'm wrong. That's fine. That's normal. So my doctor says. You can see that Quince has changed his diplomatic stance. Now Arion has changed his stance to ally with Quince. And we're going to see a fast castle from Quince. Now, the positions... Oh man, what's going on over here? That one boar is trapped! Lucky him. He's gonna be safe. Well, I mean, it's kind of a rough life for him, because he's not gonna die, but is it really worth living? Because he can't access the real world. I don't know. Someone should start a poll on that. Because, like, would you want to be that boar? Like, you get to live, but you live a horrible life. You can't actually live a boar life. And that one's just been chopped free by Ready T, the fisherman. That was amazing. I didn't even realize what was happening there. And poor guy, unlike his friend, you know what? Which pig would you be? This is a lesson we can learn. Which one would you be? Would you rather be the guy trapped in the trees? Or would you rather be the one dying right now, being eaten by villagers? I don't know. You have to make that decision for yourself. What I was going to say is that Ready T is in a good position on the map because no one's really close to him, and he'll have some time to boom. Is it worth living? Got serious fast. Yeah, man. Serious feels only. Castle Age coming in for Quince, well ahead of everybody else, though. And one thing that he could struggle with is he is surrounded by some of these other players who I believe he's allied with, but, you know, same goes for Cribbles, same goes for Mr. Shanrabas as well. Actually, 70% of the world population is living like that boar. Oh my gosh. You're getting far too serious. So are you didn't answer the question. You didn't answer the question. Which is the best life? Because that guy, there's only 65 food remaining. I mean, he is just withered away. Okay, let's stop. Let's stop. Some people are just like, oh my gosh, I'm unsubscribing now. This is too real for me. Oh, finally, was that Quince? No, that was XD. Thank you, XD, for starting that countdown. And the monument countdown, the monument race has begun. Who will be the king of the hill? Or the king of the monument, rather. Fish in the middle, gonna be important. Londa has no support for that, but it looks like Londa is allied with XD. You can see a couple docks coming out for players, so, you know, we might see some fire ships or something in the middle. I like the fact they started that countdown. I like the fact that they kind of might be tempting players to not boom up as much and go for the middle now. But in reality, it would be stupid to do so. You want to boom up and go for the middle a little bit later. Now, interesting factor in this is that if you can't get to the middle, you can't win the game. Like, if you're Quince and later on you try and get to the middle and there's a ton of castles and a ton of stuff up in your junk, then you can't get to the middle to build docks. So, like, you need to have water control, actually. So maybe doing that early is the smartest thing. And now you'll see Cribbles coming in, picking off these fishing ships from Londa. And Londa is still in the feudal age, as is Cribbles. And Quince, I believe, is allied with Cribbles, so interesting that Quince is not actually attacking the fishing ships, but this happens quite often. Okay, looking at the Vil counts now, you will see that XD is actually ahead, and XD is on his way to the Castle Age, so that might even out at some point. Look at the fishing ship count, though, and he is at 15, so that's paying off for him in a big way. A couple docks. Actually, that is Micronic's docks. Dock, rather. And Micronic is... well, if I can click, we'll see. Micronic is neutral with XD. Ooh, man. Alright, he's letting him know how he really feels, so he might send some fire ships out. Poll results are in. The boar will have to decide for himself. Oh man. Okay, so that boar gets to make his own decisions? You know what? That's not the way it works. He has no free will. The world decides for him. He's gonna die. Because Ready T the fisherman is Ready T the hunter man. And in a couple more chops, that boar is gonna be dead. Dead meat, literally. Scouts coming out from Ready T, that is a peculiar choice. I'm glad you guys actually did a poll on that. I'm very happy you did that. It's the most important thing, obviously. Scouts from Frank's player at 25 minutes is definitely an odd choice. Now we see some water control, and it's really not much. Nobody's getting war galley. Who's not going to be allies with everybody, says Quince. Quince is trying to send a message. Will the message be received? I don't know. Gribbles has control of the monument. 486 years. 486 years to talk about actual gameplay. I think 383 years now to talk about things except the middle, because like the middle is not really important until we hit 100 years. What are the betting odds? I am not going to spoil that for you. Yeah, I won't tell you the betting odds because that's, well, I know the bets are close now, but I don't want to tab out, and normally it will, if the bets are open, people will just bet on the best odds then. But yeah, I'm going to continue to cast the game. One player that is really struggling, or at least in an awful position, is this guy right here, Arion. I mean, we saw what he did earlier with that TC placement, that dock then. Like, look how far these fishing ships are traveling for 2 shore fish. And now, look who's surrounding him. It's just very messy. You can see he actually towered Londa for that gold. So, you know, that's kind of difficult for Londa as well. Meanwhile, XD is... What is XD doing in the docks? Going with war galleys, okay. It wouldn't be a bad idea to put a castle up on the water now. I mean, I don't know. It wouldn't necessarily be, like, the meta game, like, the best thing to do in this situation either, but he does have the stone right now to build a castle. And if he doesn't trust blue, maybe he will go for a ballsy castle. Oh my gosh, there is a ballsy castle. And he is neutral with blue currently. Okay. So, is he going to change his stance? I don't know. He actually lost the stone, so he's going to build another castle. Yup. These guys, they're going to war. This gold will still be safe for now, but I expect some Chuku news to come out, and that will be rough for blue. Can't access this gold, he can't access this stone, and blue will probably be in trouble. XD, he's picking on Mycronic. Map is Arabian plus C. Yeah, similar, yeah. I mean, it's a very odd Nomad map, especially because we thought that, you know, players would be running around with their villagers in the middle. Okay, Castle Age upgrade came in. This boar is still alive against all odds. But maybe Ready T is choosing to just go with a standard boom. Oh my gosh, guys, just decide who's gonna hold the monument for the next 300 years, because I don't want to have to hear that noise. Stop it. Stop doing that. I'm sick of it. Oh man. They're not gonna stop. I gotta get used to it. It looks like XD is ready to fight. Mycronic is gonna go for a siege workshop. Do I still get the money from Twitch Prime subs? Yeah, I get half of every sub. Actually, now with the Escape Gaming thing, I get 60%. So every sub really helps out, and you guys obviously get some as well. Some benefit as well. These guys are still exchanging the monument. And it's super annoying, so I'm just not going to look at it and going to forget that that's happening. Quince is booming up a bit. He's kind of running into Cribbles, but Cribbles is not doing too bad himself on a couple TCs. Also, a mega gold boom from Mr. Schnoobaz. Shnurubas, and it's not funny, Quince. So Shnurubas is booming up as well. Oh my gosh, it is triggering me so much. They need to decide. Somebody needs to just hold the monument. Make a decision, guys. XD can do it, but he hasn't done it. Blue is gonna try and push his back, I guess, but he doesn't have a lot of gold. He's going with rams. I don't think that's gonna work. Chukanus can actually kill rams. XD, I mean, if you look at his vil count, it's only at 49. He does have a lot of fishing ships though, so total population's not bad as far as like economy goes for him. He might click up to imp. But the fact remains, if... Oh boy, that's bad news for blue. The fact remains, if you click up to imp too early, and if you go to the middle too early, you're going to be 2v1, 3v1, so you don't want to be that guy. It looks like going to fish in the middle was a bad idea after all, because a lot of these guys in the middle are losing their fishing ships now. But that castle will go up, and blue's just going to run away. Probably a wise move. Just flee. If you have time, if you want to survive and have a shot in this game, just run, blue. I mean, he has 41 builds. I would just run everything. That's what I would do. He's running half, and Chukanus will probably kill that if he stays, but I don't know. Half is better than nothing, right? Half and half. He can even place a TC here if he wants, and there's some 3 boars, so that's not bad. Meanwhile, the boar is free. You know what? This is why you wanted to be the boar that was trapped in, because you know what? There's opportunity in the world, and sometimes you just gotta wait for it to come to you guys. And look at this! He's stretching his legs out. Look at this! He's never ventured so far. That's incredible. That is a better love story than Twilight. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. I'm so happy I got to witness that. Meanwhile, in the middle, it looks like there are some small fleets, but not much going on. Still a long period of time. Holy docks from Shnurubas, which is hard to say. Like, he is investing into a lot of docks. Look at that. Best Twitch moment I've ever seen. I know. It's heartwarming. Does blue have another base already? Oh. Yeah, he had another base. I knew that. I'm pretty sure he didn't just build that in, like, 30 seconds. Yeah, he had that. I knew that. I was just testing you guys to make sure you guys looked at the minimap. I was looking the entire time. Blue, he lost 2 villagers there, but he does have some watchtowers. And you know what? The watchtowers on the water is probably a wise move, because then he can build docks there. That actually, the watchtowers will push any ships away from that area. We need to name the boar. What do we name this amazing pig? I say Franklin. I mean, looks like a Franklin to me. He just has a Franklin shape. It's obvious, but okay, you guys can fight over other names if you want. So we have Navy from Yellow, Navy from Londa, Navy from Gray, Navy from XD, and I wonder how many ships are going to go down before it even matters. And I wonder how many demos we're going to see, because fire ships and demos would be super OP. Like, so overpowered, because what do you do against demos? You run and you fire, you run and you fire. You can't run here. You cannot run here, because there's a very short distance between both edges of this pond. Twitch names are taken. Thank you for the sub. Welcome to the T90 Elite. That is a very creative Twitch name. Well thought out. I want to see some demos, and there are some good demo civs here. It would be very, very exciting. I want to just focus down here. It looks like blue has sent a small attack out, which is going to fail, because Chukanus are going to shred these light cav, and they probably would have shredded the rams as well. The Mangonel's there for good measure. But I don't think blue should be too bent out of shape about that. Honestly, a long period of time left, guys. A long period of time. He's just boom up, turtle up. Get it? They make turtle ships. And just wait for his moment. I still think it's a little bit of a mistake to like actually make the war galleys this early. I like the dock on the water. I mean, sorry, well, docks on water, but the castles on the water, or even the docks on water. But if you had to choose between investing the resources into eco and investing the resources into your water control, I would say go eco first, and like make sure you have all the resources possible locked down on land first, which Quince looks like he's doing. But my point is, you don't want to lose your military at 300 years. Like, anybody can win this game. It's such a long period of time we have remaining. Anybody can do it. And it looks like everybody has access to docking as well. Building the castle on the water is huge. And what this is justice, really. This is the world getting back at Ready T for killing the boar in the woodline. I mean, he had this coming, but he should be able to get that castle up at some point. He's just gonna have to commit a little bit more. Franklin is smiling a little bit more than he was once he escaped. And that's smart thinking from Quince to stop that castle. I want to see how many galleys XD has. I think XD, on its way to Imp, has an advantage. Just because he has all of this gold down here. And also he has a lot of space. Now, this could be annoying because he has Arion. But Arion, it doesn't look like he's really worrying anybody. In fact, Londa, like, you tagged me earlier, I'm gonna put a castle on your face. And that's gonna be problematic. I like how, like, this little area of water, which wasn't really a huge topic of conversation earlier, is right next to Arion's economy. That could be really bad. Also, there's a castle right there from yellow. Castle going up from Arion. All the upgrades are in for Quince. Quince is just gonna mass 1,000,000 galleons. I want to see demos. The moment I see heavy demo being researched on the right, I'm gonna stand up and freak out. Demos, demos, there you go, Ready T. There you go. There we go. I'm on my feet. Now, he needs a ton of demos. But we've seen it before. We've seen it in that game I've yet to upload to YouTube. The one that crashed like 5 minutes before the end, and I had to like finish casting later. We know what they can do in small spaces. Yellow has the middle, and we're only halfway there. Octopus has the demos in the chat, and there are some regular good old demos, no heavy demo, and Ready is going to try and use them against 5 galleons. Okay, well there's no ballistics for Quince? Alright, 3 demos for 1 galleon, worth it. 2 for 1. This is definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. I don't know if Franks get heavy demo, to be honest. I'm not informed on their tech. Yeah, they do get it. He just hasn't researched it. But I'd like to see him continue with demos. That'd be fun. He shouldn't get a shut off here. Yeah, won't too much without heavy. Decent, but... Okay, where's Gray's docks at? Okay, what does Gray have? He's on his way up to the Imperial Age. Mr. Schnurubaz. Holy ship. Holy ship. That is a lot of ship. He has a lot. His military is at 56, more than anybody, and they are all hiding. They are ninja ships, and they are ready to fight. So everybody is looking to engage. Now, wouldn't it be great? Imagine if you're allied with somebody, you send in like 25 demos, get in right next and snug and close to them, and then you just turn on them and explode their world. That'd be awesome. That would be amazing. And that's what I would try. Now, is XD making galleons or is he making demos? I know galleons is the best move, but I just kind of want to see demos. Imp for a lot of these guys. Imp coming in for Shnurubaz. Ariane. You will notice that my Chronic is struggling, just now getting a war galley out of that one dock. You'll also notice that Franklin is still okay. I think we can stop focusing on Franklin, by the way, because he's a free man. He's a free pig. Free boar. What? Oh, what cribbles? Somebody screenshot that. That's awesome. That guy has balls of steel. Fishing traps really aren't that great to begin with, and he's just gonna use fishing traps right next to the monument. That's awesome. Man. And they're so symmetrical as well. Oh man. This is bad for Ready T though. Ready T, he's gonna struggle against these cannon galleons. And you know what? If I were Ready T, I'd be like, screw you. I'm gonna make a gate and I'm just gonna make paladins now. That's a possibility. I'm not saying I necessarily would do that, even though I said that, but yeah, I mean, keep in mind the players can still kill one another on land. The interesting element is that no one's actually doing that, which is surprising. Everybody has gone immediately for the water in the middle. I want to check the docks of all the players. Just galleons for the most part. Ooh, we have Elite Chukonu for Quince. That's a land unit. His castles are here, here. Look at this. These guys are all going to be fighting one another at some point. How many castles does Quince have? He has 4, so he must have... I guess the other's on the water, right? There's one there, one there. Okay, so he's sending a lot of Chukanus out, and he's probably going to fight those castles on the right, because those are kind of threatening to his late game. Would I consider streaming Age of Mythology? I actually never played it. I did watch my brother play it. I watched my brother play this. He's 11 years older than me. Would I consider streaming it? One thing I really hate is being a noob. And so if I were to stream it in front of you guys, it would probably be similar to me playing the campaigns, which I never played much of. And it'd just be you guys being like, no, you have to do this. No, you have to do this. And I would get frustrated with myself. Holy Chuko news from XD. So basically, I'm not sure. I don't think so. XD is going around and he's attacking people, so he's attacking on land as well. I think this is a smart decision to get other resources. That being said, there are a lot of resources on XD's side. Or Rise of Nations, no, I have not played Rise of Nations either. I played Civ 5 for about a half hour, and then I loaded up Age of Empires. That's the only, like, the only games that I have played over the past 2-3 years, with the exception of some FIFA, playing with a friend, has been, this game, and then I play Rocket League. Big battle over here, which I missed. XC's fighting on land, and look at this. Everybody's teaming up against him. Now, this is interesting. It looks like now... I can't tell if yellow's fighting against purple. Purple and yellow are not fighting up against one another. Wow. XD's getting cleared off water for being greedy on land. Alright, well... that is very important. Mr. Schnoobaz, how's he doing here? I assume that Quince is going to attack on land as well. That might bite him in the butt. There's only 170 years remaining, guys. Now what's XD saying? He's gonna start pleading, I bet. Don't kill me. Getting close to yellow winning. Yes, so give me some space, basically, is what XD's saying. It's true, though. Quince has 107 military. That being said, a lot of it's on land. I don't think yellow will win this. Don't think yellow will win it at all. Now Cribbles is here. Now Cribbles is probably going to take the bait and maybe go out and attack yellow. Yeah, is Cribbles allied with yellow right now? Cribbles. Fight, buddy. Okay, he wasn't patrolling, now he's fighting. Gonna help out a little bit, even though it was a bad engagement. Quince is sending his military to the middle. So Quince is going for it first. Now, like I say, normally does not work well when you do this. Now, you're gonna see the economies from these two just be destroyed because castles are in each other's bases and everything. But this is certainly gonna be a bad fight for Cribbles. Now he's saying everybody go. Well, Cribbles, your problem was you went in alone. Why do I get doubled every Diplo game? Well, it looks like Ready T is, again, receiving some payback from the universe for his destruction of Franklin's friend. But I don't know about the other games. I don't know if he did similar things in the other games, but that's just my guess. Oh, Cribbles is actually fighting on land as well, so interesting developments on that side on land. This is still where we need to focus at 140 years, with Quince having a lot of galleons. Now, fun fact, you can actually transport units into the middle, and if you transport units into the middle, you would probably want to go with siege rams, because you just need to hold the middle, so Quince should probably think about doing that. Quince instead is kind of fighting on land a bit. A ton of galleons from Schnurubas. And heavy demo from XD, yes! XD. Chinese demos are really good as well. Oh boy. This is gonna be epic. I think Cribbles is pretty much out of the water battle. He lost all his docks. Everybody's gonna have to attack yellow if they want to win. And that's a lot of Saracen ships. Ariana's missing Careening, which is the defense upgrade, but still that's gonna be a large force. 117 military now from Quince. There's going to be a lot of demos from XD. 120 years is a long time. So Quince is going to have the other thing is that Quince has to hold the middle. So he's going to have to stay in this area right next to the docks. I don't think this is going to end well for Quince. I think we're going to see a lot of dead ships. And I might use the word holy ship, but you know what? Just close your ears if you don't want to hear such foul language. Oh no, the beautiful fishing traps of Cribbles have gone down. Cribbles might go down. Such a nice guy, by the way. Such a nice guy. Sad to see, but he does have gold back there he can maybe use. I want to see them fight at some point, but only because XD needs to keep his docks so he can blow some stuff up. Oh, he has a lot of galleons there? Okay, not many demos. That's kind of disappointing, but that'll be a decent start to this engagement. With the demos in front, he'll soak up some of the fire, maybe get some big explosions, but he needs a ton of them to really connect. Look at that. A lot of units for XD. XD's getting upset. The demos come out, he's making mainly galleons. The demos will not do anything with the amount of galleons here. Now, Ariana is playing it safe, and so is Mr. Schnurubas. They have a ton of military, and they're basically letting yellow lose ships to XD, and they don't care. And Mycronic is trying with some fire ships. He's saying, I have navy. But, I mean, it's arguable, but you have to say that Ariane and Schnurubas are doing the right thing. Just letting XD waste some of Quince's units. Now we have fire ships coming in. Quince has to be careful not to lose the middle. It's 83 years. Okay, he's not going to do that. Because if he ran some of these units away, he would lose it. S Raven ready with the sub. Welcome to the Team 90 Elite, man. This is getting intense. Yellow is sending more military. He has a ton of ships. think he has 100 military now. I think most of the stuff on land is gone. I'm gonna focus mainly on the middle. XD is going to lose everything. And that's a host from... Oh, Zero Empires. Zach, thank you for the host. I didn't know you were streaming today. So welcome, guys, to potentially the end of a King of the Hill game. And this is actually Nomad, and it just so happened that there's a large pond in the middle. We have two players, Arion here, and then Mr. Schnurubaz, waiting to the last moment, and maybe too long, to go in and take this from Quince, and I think they are waiting to the last moment, and I'm antsy. I'm very, very antsy. There's so many galleons in here. Gray's going in. They have to go in together, but they have to keep each other allied. I didn't say it was Diplo. It is actually Diplo. Yellow hasn't changed his diplomatic stance yet. Gray has moved out. Will Arion go out ahead of time? Thanks for the follows. Oh, Yellow has realized this. Gray is not attacking. No, not like this. What are you doing? Shrubaz! Shrubaz! I don't even know how to say your name. Is he even attacking here? Look at his kill-death ratio. Is he killing anything? Oh my gosh. This is quite possibly the worst thing I've ever seen. Okay, he's finally attacking, but is not going to do anything. That's awful. I guess the Diplo aspect really threw him off. He didn't switch, but in comes Londa. Londa, did you switch? Please switch. Attack Yellow. Yellow is probably enemy to everybody now. Why are these guys not attacking? Dear God. Oh my gosh, look at this. What are you doing? Look at the kill-death ratio of Yellow, just because these guys are not attacking. Okay, hopefully Arion figures it out. Holy shit. I cannot believe this. Finally, Grace figured it out. Seriously. Okay, now it's Saracens versus Chinese. There is no careening for the Saracens player and lack of a patrol on some of the ones behind. But maybe Saracens could do this. 34 years. I also saw Heavy Demo came in. Blue is behind. We'll see how this goes. Heavy Demo came in, I believe, for green. I don't even remember now. XD might be trying to come back onto the water. There's a big battle now. PC breaking battle. Cannon galleons are in there. It's going to help out. Green is still not fighting. Just what is this? I don't know. If anything, it's a meat shield for gray and for purple. I don't know. 26 years now. We need some more military if we're gonna see yellow out of this game. Purple sending in more. 23 years. He only needs one ship in the middle to hold it. The fire ships coming in. Just regular fire ships. His military's down to 38. This is gonna be really, really close. Everything right here. This is the important stuff, because that's what's holding the middle. More military's coming out from yellow. Blue's even sending a Maganel, which is completely useless, but it has Korean range. Can they clear him out? 17 years. I think they're going to clear him out, and we're going to have a different winner. Yellow's saying OMG. He's still sending in units. 14 years. He needs to still send in units. He needs to still send in units. It's close to 10 years. Can he do it? Purple's here. Purple, you just need to patrol. 10 years. And it switches to Arion. Unbelievable. Oh man. Whew. I can finally take a breath. It's going to switch back and forth. XD can actually join in. And we have a game, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Snurbaz and Arion still are not fighting one another, I believe. Yeah, they're still not fighting one another. Ready Teddy! Ready T! Ready T! He's finally ready, coming in with a ton of fast fires. That is a devastating amount as well. And I talked about this, I know a lot of people are coming in from Zach's stream. With the lack of space to run, it's very difficult to hold the middle because you had to stay in the middle to hold it. And so it's almost like you need rams in here to hold the middle for a long period of time. Wow. Mike Chronic could even join in. Imagine some turtle ships. What? A Elite Plumed Archer? What? Are guys fighting on land? Am I missing that? I don't think so. We'll see. Ready T. Again, some people are still allied. Ready T's not realizing that green is attacking him. Mr. Snurboz is saying, I thought we was buds. Sorry. As I always say, this is war, and there you go. It looks like red has figured this out. XD, against all odds, not having water control for the longest time is going to have a lot. Just look how many military units are in the middle. Look at the navies here. Is Quint's going to be able to come back? Who knows? This is a good one. Looks like a big demo shot there. Thank God for purple. Amen. Amen, brother. Well, Ready T has it, but he needs more. Cribbles even. My man Cribbles is producing out of more docks now. I don't think just fire ships will do this, especially if demos come out. 84 years is an awful long time. How's the gold situation? Let me toggle through. 1400 for Cribbles, 300 for Ready T, about 1,000 for Londa, 1,000 for Mycronic. Holy balls. 1,300 for XD, and that is because I know some of you just joined. That's because he has all this gold over here that he secured earlier in the game. That's a lot of gold. But then again, Gamish is the one who asked. We have seen a player lose when they had 10k gold before. I'm not sure who that was. Not much for Arion, and he's the one who actually helped hold the middle. 500 for Schnurbaz, 2k for Quince, and I believe we're back to Cribbles, yes. This is intense. We have allies, enemies, death and destruction. 71 years, and I think Ready T. I don't know why I'm saying Ready Teddy. Maybe because I assume his name is Teddy. Ready Teddy will probably go back here. Coinage and Caravan from Cribbles. Don't tell me they're trading now. Sorry for the cheap shot, Commissioner. I was just joking. Maybe they're... What? I missed all this? What? How can I focus on everything? Look at the trebs from Ready T and Cribbles. And look at the... I'm looking at Vil counts right now. They're killing somebody. And it looks to me like they have killed Quince, because this is where Quince's base was. That's amazing. Elite Samurai and everything. They've come down here and they have killed Quince's base. Quince's eco. I don't see how Quince comes back into this one. That is clutch. That is well played. Elsewhere, I'll take a glance. I want to make sure everybody's good with their economies. Yeah, not so much for Londa, who's at 27 Vils. 45 for Quince, so those two are struggling. Big battle on water now. Quince is gonna go for it, but oh my gosh, demos! Big demo shots could come in. He can't run anywhere. It's so hard to see like good connects with galleons and demos, but we've seen it before. I like the fact they're going for it. Get the T90 demos in the chat. Battle over here. Cribbles is coming back into play. At the end of the day, Quince should not be able to win the middle with the lack of resources. And you have to favor XD. And demos are actually a great unit because you have to run away from them. And you can't run away from them in this map. It's just so cramped. But credit to Quince for how stubborn he's being. I mean, he's doing a good job. XD has a huge advantage because of the amount of gold he's secured for himself, though. It says 79 years, and Gray has it. You will notice the demos are still coming in from Gray, clearing out some units, doing a great job. Somehow, some way, Quince still has a lot of units. But I think that Arion's going to do the same thing. He's just going to wait to the last moment. And do you remember XD crying when everybody else was doing nothing? When he was being attacked? Well, what's happening now? Like, these guys are fighting and XD is doing nothing. So this is a legitimate strategy. And I expect XD and also Arion to go in then. And now Cribble's coming in. I mean, this is the toss-up. Anybody can win this game. If you're having a lucky day, it might be yours. Somebody else might have a little bit more luck. You gotta get siege ramps in there, though. I really think siege ramps are the key if somebody thinks to do that. Now XD is here, and XD has control of the monument. and he has made a lot of docks. Also, siege rams wouldn't be a bad idea to go next to the water's edge, even, to just try and win a fight, even take out the docks. The push on land is still coming in. Oh, what is this? Ready T. Alright, he's gonna take out Snubas. There's plumed archers there, though. He's gonna go for the castles. He's trying to clear out economy, which is an interesting idea. He's definitely going all in, though, with these trebs. And now Cribbles is gonna follow suit. Where's the middle? How can I not find the middle? Cribbles actually has the middle because everybody has retreated. How are CD's resources? CD's resources, I'm not sure. There's Ready T's resources. He's started to trade a little bit. He actually has a lot of resources. I'm looking at wood and gold mainly because that's water resources. Alonda's struggling for sure, only 45 pop. Like Chronic's struggling. XD! Like, look what XD has. Oh, trading a bit maybe with Arion, but that is an incredible amount of gold. And wood is everywhere, so it's all about producing for him. And then Arion is doing okay, because he does have the trade. Snurubas is doing okay. But his military number is down to 16 now after that fight versus Quince, who... How is Quinn still in this? 49 pop, I don't know. I don't understand it. But geez, XD's resources. Yeah, well, I went through XD's resources, so I think we're good now. I was like CD, and I was trying to look through, and yeah, I figured it out. So, somebody just said in the chat, there is a one width space on the island. Yes. Transport rams. The only thing, as my Chronic is on his way to the Imperial Age finally, the only thing that can, like, combat those rams are the demos. And we'll see. XD is coming out now. Arion's still waiting. He's done a lot of that this game. Look at the upgrades. They all have full upgrades. And now Quince is going to come out and fight XD. But do you think that Cribbles is going to be able to hold it for another 85 years? Nope. This could actually turn into one of those things where the players trying to kill on land could win. Because it's so hard to actually take the monument that Ready T and Cribbles could just treb everybody's economy down, take it out with halberdiers, and then it's like only possible for two of them to win the middle. That's a possibility here. I mean, it would take a while, of course, and you have to give XD an edge on land as well. Like, he could always do that, but I'm just saying, it's going to be very difficult to actually win this. Now, Arion's coming in. He's like, you know what? I don't want this to happen. XD has it now. Is he going to fight XD, or is he just going to breathe down his neck? Well, it looks like he's breathing down his neck, and XD's like, screw this, I'm getting out of here. Thanks to all the followers from Zach's stream, by the way. I appreciate it. Obviously, I'm also an Age of Empires caster, fairly new in comparison to him. Been casting for a little over a year. Monument's been captured. It has changed to somebody else, and nobody really wants to commit and lose their entire navy. Quinn says, GG, I'm totally out. He is at 32 pop, and he is the person to prove my theory. Time and time again, I'm always proven right on this. The first person to go in always loses. And you know what? He could have gone around killing people on land if he wanted to. May or may not have worked, but I would have just waited. Zed's Dead Baby says, thanks for bringing back AoE2 since every other Twitch YouTuber has given up. I will sub to you on my Prime sub for someone else runs out. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, as far as streaming goes right now, Age of Empires is in a pretty good spot. But, you know, I know that I've been doing it consistently for a while, and it's, I definitely appreciate the sub, man. It's good to have you here. I think that the Samurai Halb combo from Cribbles and Ready T is going to do a lot of damage. Like, they've made it through Quince, and they will next make it to Arion, who has been a very stubborn player on water. I like how Arion and, like, XD are just sitting here. It's pretty crazy. Notice how... Oh, Ready T's now getting Paladin as well, so this is definitely part of their game plan. We have an MBL outpost rush over here. It would take them a while, and again, it is a bit of a risk because if they do start attacking on land and then someone wins the middle, you know what? They probably should have helped in the middle, but this is the risk they seem to be taking. I did notice that Elite Mameluke was researched by Arion. He's missing actually every upgrade. No bloodlines, no defense or attack upgrades. But if he does get upgrades, that'll be good for him to defend on land. But oh, here's a water battle. XD is taking the middle back. It's at 85 years. And this is a waste for both players. It's very interesting. It must be so frustrating for the players, but normally I would say come in at the last minute, but it's like regardless, someone's going to get there. Regardless, you're going to be in a bad position. In this case, you have to give Arion the edge. XD researching Siege Ram, yes. And he's sending them this way. Now, I would like to see him go after the docks because these guys are attacked for the first time. Ooh! They were trading, remember? And bombard towers were built here by XD to kill all the trade. So, XD's no longer going to have trade himself. Look at that. This is smart thinking. Unless Arion doesn't pay attention to this, and then he kills Arion's trade. But, XD can now walk in underneath these towers with the siege rams and take out these docks. So maybe what XD should have done was keep his water control back and run in with what he's doing. But regardless, I think this is a good push from him. And it's going to be bad for Arion either way because he's about to be sandwiched. I'm not sure where this army is, but it is coming from Cribbles and from Ready T. But now we have turtle ships being made by Mycronic. Water control from Cribbles. Like, everybody is getting back involved in water control. But I think that Arion's gonna... It's gonna be rough for him. The siege rams just gonna take out the docks. We're Franks. Building castles is what we do, says Ready T. Yes, that is true. I'm not sure where he's building the castles. Oh, poor Mycronic. Okay, I found it. He just built a castle right on top of Mycronic. I feel bad for Mycronic because he had 3 castles built on top of him earlier. Like, this is where Mycronic's base used to be, and it was like right here. So he has a bad relationship with castles, but you know what? He could still do it. He could still do it if he maybe pushes back here. Green says he can help. How can Green help? Oh no, Green just wants to stay alive. He's being attacked. Okay, so fight in the middle, still going on. XD has the middle. Now with Arion not contributing on water, I think XD actually has a shot at this now. Siege rams are coming in towards the castles. Arion has a total of 15 villagers. I think it's safe to say he is out of this one. And XD has a ton of space, and we talked about his resources earlier as well. Let's take a look. Yeah, I mean, the only thing he's lacking is wood, which is unfortunate for him. That's what he needs for ships, but you know what? He's lacking the wood because he has a ton of ships queued up. And he's gonna actually bring over Chukanus, so they're gonna need to get their butts onto water if they want to stop XD, and this is kind of what I was talking about. Cribbles and Ready T, they were in a good position, kill some players on land, but now Ready T's not making anything on water. Cribbles is, they need to think about getting onto water and fast. Paladins are coming here from Ready T. He doesn't have any defense upgrades or anything. I actually don't think Paladins is a wise move. Like, why are you attacking blue here? I'm not sure. Maybe get resources. Arion's like, Wanda's entire game was about ruining me. But if that's siege rams, I think XD has a huge advantage. Quince is out, remember. He's out of this one. It might be Chukanus. If you look at the military count, you can see Cribbles is actually behind. Arion is out. My Chronic is unable to really do much. I don't think he has anything in his docks. I should probably check. Okay, he has fire ships, so that will help. And some mangonels. But Ready T is definitely focused on land and not water, and that will not be good. Especially if Cribbles fights by himself. This is bad, and there are siege rams. This could be it. XD could do it now. With 3 siege rams in the middle, maybe more on the way. Yes, we have a shipment of siege rams, folks. I think it could be GG. Look at where people were located. Like, just destruction everywhere. But Ready definitely overinvested on land. He's still building on land. Definitely overinvested. And, you know, players can see... Okay, I guess it's a bad example. Okay, well, Ready T, there you go. Ready T is allied with XD. He should be able to know what's going on. A little bit of salt from Ariane, saying that they gave XD the win, but yeah, they should definitely be able to recognize this. Cribbles is the only one trying to fight this, and I don't think he could. Even in a 2v1 with Blue involved, I don't think they could. Oh, he's saying that Ariane... Okay, Ariane is saying that he made the mistake. Okay, he's not blaming anybody. Did he put the rams in the middle like you suggested? Yeah, that's a great strategy. And more rams are coming across. XD should have this now. And we're gonna have to wait for the countdown to finish, but you know, Yellow used to have his eco here. Gray used to have his eco here. In fact, Gray is still in this game on 12 pop. I mean, this is his eco now. Like, Blue used to have his eco here. The important thing I think, is that XD just got resources as fast as possible and was able to get back onto... Oh! Not fast enough. I don't think that's fast enough. I do not think that's going to be enough, but we'll see. Cribbles is coming in. The siege rams are going to make the difference here. We will see, but the siege rams just need to stay alive in the middle, and more are coming in. That's a lot of fast fires. That is a lot of fast fires. If there were demos here to take out the siege rams, then maybe. 15 years. Cribbles needs to patrol in. No, don't attack Blue! Dang it! 13 years. I don't think they have enough time. But credit to Mike Chronic. I mean, unfortunately he's patrolling into the docks and stuff, but you know, despite being attacked by paladins, he was able to make that large navy. That was a very good game. I was not expecting Nomad to have water in the middle like that. It did. And the only thing that could hurt XD now is if he runs away by accident. Which is impossible with the Rams, of course. So there's the GG. There were a lot of exciting elements to that game, for sure. You saw, what, 3 or 4 players fighting on land. There was trade involved on water and on land. And demos, fire ships, and galleons. So that was a very exciting one. And I am very, very pleased with that overall. Again, I wasn't expecting what we saw, but I think on a large size in any free-for-all, you have to just keep in mind, if you can get some map control, especially on Nomad, where the resources are imbalanced, if you can get some map control and get those extra resources and stock it up, it's going to be helpful. And XD did that. And it's not the first time he's done that either. Alright, let's look at the achievements. Let's see. There is the kill-death ratio for you. Quenz did a great job, obviously, with the kills and the deaths, but it's hard for him to deal with 3 or 4 individuals at once. Eco stats and all of that is there. Pretty stuff. Pretty stuff. Well played, everybody. I'm happy that you guys came out. Thanks for the host. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And